2020 was to be surfing's debut on the world's biggest stage in sport. But due to COVID-19, the Games were postponed 1 year. We are taking you inside the lives and minds of the athletes on hold as they stay mentally and physically prepared for the biggest moment in their sport. The excitement is building as we wait for the calendar to flip to 2021. This is the ISA, State of Olympic Surfing.
Welcome to the ISA State of Olympic Surfing. I'm your host, Chris Cote, joined by Jody Nelson, and this is the show where we go deep into the lives and minds of the Olympic athletes who have been granted an additional 365 days to train and ready themselves for what we're calling now the 2021 Olympic Games. On today's episode, we're talking to Jeremy Flores from Team France and Tatiana Weston-Webb from Team Brazil. So as we get into this, Jody, we are on. It's really nice to be putting 2020 behind us. We're going to leave that year in the dust. Everyone's looking forward to 2021. We've got championship tour surfing events starting here very soon, and all eyes are on the upcoming Summer Olympic Games, where surfing's finally going to make its debut. So my question to you, and this is a biggie, where are we right now with the state of Olympic surfing?
Well, Chris, we're 7.5 months out from the 2020, which are now the 2021 Summer Olympics. And, everybody's had that really nice break. And I think for a lot of these athletes, the first time they've ever had an extended period of time at home. I've talked to some of my friends who are used to being on tour, and they've said, I've never been home and seen the seasons change. It's like little things like that. So I think everybody's been able to really appreciate their tour life or life on the road, being able to enjoy their time at home. And I think a lot of people are itching to get back on the road and itching to get that competition jersey back on. And it'll be really fun to see, who's been doing the work and who's been maybe relaxing a little too much.
Yeah. I think for a lot of these surfers, the return to normalcy is going to be a very welcome thing. While they were at home for an extended period of time, with friends, with family, getting their surfboards in order, getting their lives kind of reset for what we expect to be a huge launch back into form for both men and women. So with that being said, let's take a little time. We're going to see Jeremy and Tatiana coming up on this show in just a minute. But before we get there, let's take a look at how these surfers have been living their lives for the past 8 months. Let's start with Jeremy Flores.
I'm Jeremy Flores, I'm 32 years old and I'm from Réunion Island, France. I've had a pretty unusual childhood. I'm born in Réunion Island, so I started surfing there. My dad was a surfer, so I was born close to the beach, so I spent all my life in the ocean, riding waves, playing on the beach. And then when I was around 6 years old, we moved to Madagascar, which is where my mom's from. And that's where I kind of really got my surfing into another level. Oh, Réunion Island is paradise. I've been to many places in the world, and trust me, Réunion is a little piece of paradise. It's a great mix of culture, great waves, small community of surfers, so everyone kind of knows each other. If it wasn't for the ocean, I wouldn't have the life I have today. Yeah, so I have a daughter, her name is Hinahe, she's 2 years old. She's the best thing that's happened to me, by far. My priority has changed totally since she was born. Like before, I was just surf, 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 successful, training, this and that. As soon as she's born, I feel like my priority is just switch to another, totally to be the best dad I can be.
I'm crazy.
I'm really crazy.
Yes, you are very crazy.
This whole pandemic, you only see that in movies, you know? I was in Tahiti at the time, and at first when it started, we didn't really know what to expect, so which was kind of scary. Being in Tahiti, it's an island, so you're surrounded by the ocean, you want to spend time in the ocean, and when lockdown started, it was hard not to go in the ocean. It was the law, and it was prohibited, so we respected that. It was a crazy feeling to be just in one place for so long. It hasn't happened to me since I was like 14 years old, to be honest. Just been on the road for so long, and I've been on tour for 14 years. We spend our life, you know, like airports and airplanes and jet lags and the pressure with competing and trying to do your best. And then, so it's kind of like a non-stop. For like pretty much 10 months in a year, you're in this crazy mental stress because you want to do so well, you want to be successful and everything. So to have a year off, I think, even though it's a terrible crisis for a lot of people, but I've seen a positive side of it. And spend time with my family, see my daughter grow up. I got a taste of what a normal life is, which is, you know, like normal little routine, and I think I needed that. When I heard surfing was in the Olympics, it was kind of like, wow, it's crazy, because I always loved watching the Olympics. But I've never actually dreamed of being in the Olympic, because surfing wasn't an Olympic sport. It's a really proud moment to be qualified for the Olympic, because it's like everything you've done in your life, the sacrifice your family did. It's more of a proud moment for my whole community than myself. Of course, I'm proud to be in an Olympic, but it's kind of like I represent like a whole community being an Olympian. It is the biggest sport event in the world, so being part of that, no matter what happens, you know, I feel like I'm part of history. I think the ISA was always a great event. I always loved going in that event because in a way that was kind of like our Olympics. It's like I've seen countries at the ISA representing surfing at the ISA World Games. I didn't even know they were surfing. From Maldives and from Peru and from Argentina and then Afghanistan, like many other countries. It's a powerful message to the world. Get everyone together and have a big celebration of surfing. I'm at a stage of my life now where I've tried to be the best human I can be. To be a good example for kids, for my kid. I'm super proud to be part of this history. They educate the new generation to be better men, better humans. When I was a kid, it was kind of mission impossible to be a professional surfer. Come from Reunion Island, grew up in Madagascar, come from a really modest lifestyle and family. You know, all these countries are not surfing countries. And I've made it into some of the top surfers in the world. So for kids that want to be surfers, that want to grow up, like believe in your dream, stay true to yourself and stay humble. And when you have these things, I think you're in a good way to be successful in whatever you choose to do in life.
Jody, that piece tells me that Jeremy has been doing this for a long time. And I feel like for a guy like that, who is an absolute veteran of the game, the time off, the time home with family was definitely a positive for him. It really gave him a lot of time to reset. And we've seen his passionate performances in the past, his ups and downs on tour. So I think if anyone's going to come out of, you know, this pandemic, this stay-at-home time, Jeremy Flores is a guy that is really going to use all that appreciation for that time and put it in his heart and take that to heat surfing. And I think he's going to have maybe his best year ever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think a lot about Jeremy and Tatiana both being able to have that luxury of already being qualified for the Olympics and knowing that in July they're going to be competing in the Olympics. And, you know, Jeremy has a long record of competing at the professional level, but the Olympics is the biggest stage in sports, and it's going to be interesting to see how he, how he approaches the preparation. That's what I'm looking forward to talking to him about that.
Absolutely. 2021 looks like it could be a huge year for Jeremy Flores. And that brings us now to Tatiana Weston-Webb, who's actually about to drop a lot of news on us right here in this little profile piece. Always look forward to seeing what Tatiana Weston-Webb has been doing for the past 8 months. So take a look.
My name is Tatiana Weston-Webb. I'm 24 years old and I'm representing Brazil. I was born in Porto Alegre, Brazil, and I was raised in Kauai, Hawaii. Brazil is super special to me and my family because we spent so much time there when we were young, and it's such a special culture. I never thought surfing would be in the Olympics, period. Everything about surfing now is so professional and at that top level that I don't see why it wouldn't be in the Olympics. So it's the most rewarding thing for all of the surfers is to see surfing be a part of the Olympics. It's something that I think a lot of surfers never believed that would happen in their lifetime, and it is. So it's gonna give a lot of determination and hope for the next generations to come. When COVID-19 first started, I was actually at home training to go on the road. We all hopped on the plane and we were going to New Zealand. And of course, like the morning we woke up in New Zealand, they called us and they were like, look, we don't know what's happening right now, but all we know is like we can't run these events right now. It's not a good idea. Our safest bet would be to have you guys fly straight home. Then we got home, and the day after I paddled out for a quick surf and I injured my knee. I partially tore my MCL. Even though this year was super confusing, it actually was a small blessing. I got a lot of time with my fiance, now husband, Jesse, which was amazing because I don't think we've ever spent like that much time like together for almost like a year. I just got super in love with working on my house and in my garden and seeing little rewards of like life that normally we don't see because we're on the road so often. So it was really special. Some of the best memories created were from ISA World Junior Games. I ended up winning back-to-back world titles. Just being so immersed in all the different cultures and people and trading hats and jerseys and everything. Walked through the first ISA opening ceremony representing Brazil this last year in Japan, and it was just so special. Now we're all striving towards a bigger goal, which is getting a gold medal at the Olympics. It can be really grueling at times, and it can almost feel like you against the world. When you have your teammates, it's like your teammates against the world. I think that unity and the bonding of having teammates is something you definitely will never forget. I think that's actually something that's super special about Brazil in general, is Brazilians just love to root and represent Brazil. So I had really bad vision. I had astigmatism and I was -4 in both eyes, and when I took my contacts out and I didn't wear glasses, I could hardly tell like the distance of something in front of me, so it was really hard. There's nothing I can do to describe it other than say that it's full-on like anxiety attack. I wouldn't even be able to like breathe properly. And that was something that for me was always a big obstacle. I just never gave up, you know, I never let it get to me. So if you ever have like an obstacle that you think is gonna like change your career, just believe that you can achieve anything to overcome that obstacle. I always think about all the little girls that are like watching, looking up to me, you know, and I just want them to feel love and kindness and happiness in whatever they choose to do. And it's gonna make a difference in those little girls' lives. And yeah, I just try to be the best person I can be to hopefully see them be the best person they can be for the next generation, and so on and so forth.
And with that, we are now officially all caught up on the lives of Tatiana Weston-Webb and Jeremy Flores. So let's bring them in from distant corners of the globe. Well, not too distant. We got Jeremy coming in from Tahiti, Tatiana coming in from the island of Kauai, both set to start traveling. Finally, we're going to see some competitive surfing out of you two. And that brings us to the state of Olympic surfing. Jeremy, I know this has been a long wait for you and for you, Tatiana. You had an incredible run in 2019. Looked like you were getting off to a great start in 2020. Everything got put on pause, but as we saw right there, you were living a wonderful life in Tahiti with your baby, with your family, so making full use of time at home. But now it's time to launch the rocket and get back into competition. So we're going to start with you, Jeremy. As you look towards kicking off the 2021 season, of course, with the Olympics smack dab in the middle, right there in summer, what's the attitude like right now? There's been a lot of talk of it starting, but it's officially starting. So where do we go from here?
Yeah, so stoked, very happy about getting back to business. So we had a long year off, standby. You know, there was a lot of rumors and then on and off, and then we were just on standby, just waiting. So, I mean, I kind of saw a positive side of it was that I could spend time with my family and kind of have a taste of what a normal life is without being on the road so much. But right now, I think, I've had enough, and I kind of miss competing. I miss traveling. I miss, my families around the world because, we travel so much everywhere now. We got some friendship and some really tight, like family members and all that. So yeah, I'm just really happy to get back to work. If you call it work, it's pretty cool job, huh? So yeah, it is our job, and we need to get back and putting the jersey on and starting in Hawaii at Pipeline, which is the spot. So the legendary wave. So I'm just hoping we get some good swell and get a good show going for everyone that's been waiting for so long, because I've been getting so many messages and comments on people how stoked they are to watch surfing again. I mean, people miss it.
Yeah, and I know that in looking at your career, you've had a long-running, incredible career on the championship tour and, of course, throughout the ISA. But as we go into 2021, I'm looking at the stats, right? You got the Pipe Masters, you got the huge, glorious win at home in France, and now we're looking at a potential Olympic gold. So, being a veteran, I'm not saying you're anywhere near your peak. You're still going out from here. But let's talk about the 2021 Summer Olympic Games. What would a big result there mean for you, not just for that event, but for your life, for your career?
That would be cool. That would be such a proud moment to get a medal for your country, for everyone that's helped me along the way. It represents my whole community, and that would be a really proud moment to thank really everyone that's believed in me for since I was a kid. Yeah, that would be a goal. The goal would be to get a podium, get a medal. That would be pretty cool. It'd be awesome moment. After all these years, I've achieved some of my dreams, wild dreams that when I was a kid, I would, even though I was a believer, I never thought I'd have the career that I've had. So right now, everything's kind of a bonus. I'm really happy with everything that's going. My priorities are different now. I'm trying to be the best dad I can, and but at the same time, I'm still as competitive as I used to be. I hate losing more than anyone, so I guess that's a good sign. That means I'm still in it, and I feel like I can still beat some of the guys. So I'm going to give him some run of the money, and I'm just going to try win some hits and get barrels. Hopefully, that's what I'm looking for. Events with really good waves. And we'll see. But definitely the Olympics, that's something new, and it's refreshing because it's a long career, and I like everything that's new events, new. So the Olympic Games, that's going to be a dream.
Hey, Jeremy, Jody here. Watching your package that we just took a look at was so cool. Just hearing, how everything, your perspectives changed having a little daughter now. Leading towards the Olympics, we're a product of our environment. Usually you become a professional surfer from what you were exposed to as a young child. Now that you're a father, do you ever look back at what your parents did, the sacrifices they made to get you to have that opportunity to be a pro surfer? And how is that could have changed your perspective on your career?
I never forget. There's really something that I'm always really thankful for my family and the sacrifice they've made. Coming from not much. We didn't have much growing up, and so I'm really, really thankful for everyone that believed in me. And now that I'm a father, I mean, I know what it takes, and it takes you a lot of energy to be a good parent. So yeah, I have so much respect for what my family did for me, and I'm gonna try. I'm not saying I'm gonna try to get my daughter into surfing, not at all, but except if she wants to. But I'm gonna try, be a good parent and really follow. And everything I do nowadays in surfing, the reason why I'm still surfing, it's to get a better lifestyle in the future. I want her to have her dream happening, and I want to give her that. So yeah, that's my main focus right now, is to still be doing something to be successful for my kid and maybe future kid. And I want her later, when she think about her dad, I want her to be proud of what I've achieved, and I want her to be, to kind of follow that dream. That's what I want. I always, never gave up on my dream, and I want her to have that attitude, whatever she chooses to do.
I like it. A good start there is you could show her videos of our next guest, Tatiana Weston-Webb. There's plenty of Tatiana footage out there. And Jody, I know you have some questions for Tati.
Yeah, Tati, just learning so much watching your profile, little interstitial there. And it seems like you were really busy this time off with COVID. You took care of a lot of business, MCL, you got your LASIK taken care of, you got married, working on your house. Talk to us a little bit about, was there a certain point where you said, okay, life's kind of shutting down and I've got this long list of to-dos to take care of, and you started checking those boxes? At what point did you kind of start changing your perspective on 2020?
I think I started changing my perspective on 2020 the moment I got home and injured myself. It was definitely a shocker, and I think we had one of the best springs I think we've ever had in history. And I was sitting at home missing all of the amazing waves. So I was like, hey, God obviously is telling me to kind of take a step back and really learn from this. And I had so much fun this time off. It's so weird because it's just crazy. 6 years on tour is a lot, and having this 6 months to ourselves, I just wanted to take advantage of every opportunity. And I think that's why Jesse and I ended up getting married, and we just did what normal people would do, which was just take advantage of the moment. And it was really nice. I actually really liked it.
That's amazing. Now you're known for being a fierce competitor. I read a little quote on your Instagram that came from your mom that said, pressure is a privilege. I mean, that's really coming into play this year in 2020, where there hasn't been a lot of pressure. There's been a year off. But how does that influence and that quote kind of from your mom, pressure is a privilege, kind of influence you as a competitor as we head towards the Olympics?
Yeah, my mom always told me, Tati, pressure is a privilege, and you have to take advantage of the moments that you have those opportunities in those high pressure situations. And so for me, it always gave me a really unique perspective on competition in itself. So yeah, every time I compete, I kind of just think to myself, wow, I'm so lucky to be in this position that I'm in. And, surfing is, like Jeremy said, one of the best jobs in the world. I'm so blessed to have everything that I do and all the people that support me. So I just know that moment is so unique in time that you just have to, understand that it's a privilege.
Well, Tatiana, I think you would look cool in glasses, so I don't know why you didn't go that route. But as we look towards 2021, a huge driving force for all of us, surfers and fans alike, is what's going to happen when the Olympic Games actually start and we see both of you in the parade, waving your flags, getting ready to do something that no one's ever done before, and that is surf for a potential gold medal in the Olympics. So with that, I want to bring in one of the driving forces, the man behind the Olympic birth of surfing. This guy's been fighting for it for decades, and no one has more passion when it comes to getting surfing to the Olympics than this man right here. Welcome, Fernando Aguirre, joining us from Argentina. How you doing, Fernando?
That behind me is not Argentina, but yes, I am. Yes, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's an incredible opportunity to spend some time listening to Tatiana's and Jeremy's amazing experience and driving their lives and making their dreams and inspiring millions of kids around the world. It's just, I don't know, it makes me teary eyes. I get all emotional very easily.
We might do that again right here. We actually have a video from Jeremy Flores that we captured, as he is he's not going to say it to you right now in person via Zoom, but he will tell you in this video message. Check it out.
Fernando is a real human. I like real person because I like people that have strong characters, that are not scared to show their emotion. And surfing is, I'm just gonna say the truth, it's a sport, it's an elite that is an English, American, Australians, a lot of Hawaiians. It's kind of started surfing. Fernando is someone that kind of comes from, just like me, from smaller country, and we really try to represent it and give our ideas and our opinion. I think Fernando has been doing that in a great way, and I respect that a lot. I respect his opinion, and I respect the way he takes it on. And yeah, it's kind of like he's done things that nobody's done before, which is really respectful.
That's a greeting card from Jeremy Flores, and also a good point there. We're all on the same team here. We're all very excited to push surfing not only into the Olympics, but also into the future. Both the surfers we have here are incredible, not only in the tube, but in the air, but also representing the sport, not just from their nations, but as a whole. So, what do you have to say to Jeremy and Tatiana in terms of representing surfing on a global scale as we look forward to the Olympics?
The ocean is a playground, it belongs to nobody and it belongs to everybody. Nobody's the owner of the oceans. And everybody is the owner and the user of the ocean. So I think it's the best you can do is, regardless of, you're going to be an Olympian anyhow. Hopefully you'll win a medal, but even if you don't, you're going to be an Olympian for the rest of your life. And nobody will take that away. And you're going to be the first ever Olympian surfers. So that gives you, it gives you a condecoration, but at the same time, it gives you the chance to talk on behalf of the ocean, to talk on behalf of ocean access, to talk on behalf of the people that weren't as lucky as all of us, that are, in Africa and South America, in Latin America and the Caribbean, in Asia, anywhere. Even in some of the richest countries, there's a lot of people that don't have the luxury that we have. And I think it's making surfing accessible to young people around the world is the best that we can do. I mean, we know what it brought to us and, where we are. I mean, for me, it's funny. I mean, I go surfing every day. I get on the wetsuit and I go surfing. I don't go to see if there are waves. I go surfing. And if it's 30 centimeter wave, I surf. And if it's big, I surf. Maybe if it's 10 foot, I don't surf. But for me, I'm excited. An hour ago, I was talking to 125 female judges, the first ever ISA judging seminar for ladies only, funded by the IOC and by the ISA, with our best judging officials. And I said, this is 30 countries, from 30 countries. There were judges from Papua New Guinea. I mean, most people don't even know where Papua New Guinea is. Jeremy knows. It's near home. but it's just incredible looking at these 125 ladies, stoked surfers that want to learn, because what we're doing at the ISA is an finished job. It's yet to be continued. And you guys, Jeremy and you, Tatiana, have a huge role to play in inspiring. So the continued job is better than, 25, 30 years ago, there were barely any female surfers. And now at the ISA and the Olympic surfing, there will be equal slots for ladies. But we only have one female judge because at the top level, we couldn't find enough female judges. And that's a shame. So as soon as we knew that, I said, this is not the way it should be. So we took to the IOC and we got some funding to actually develop this around the world. And this is, empowering women, empowering, you love surfing, you want to judge? Here, do it. You don't have to be a guy. And I think this is just an amazing opportunity and many more opportunities to talk on behalf of the ocean, to talk on behalf of environmental issues, to be spokesperson for the ocean, to be an ambassador for the ocean. The Hawaiians, they call it aloha. We are aloha ambassadors. We're lucky.
Yeah. Love to hear it. Well, with all these different perspectives on this screen right now, this is a good opportunity for us to go around the horn and talk about, expectations and goals. Jody, coming from your side, you've been on every side of the surfing realm, from competitor. I know you've judged and announced a million heats before, and now coming from the media side of things. What are your expectations and goals for the upcoming 2021 Olympic Games?
Honestly, I'm just super excited to see this sport that we all love and believe in put on this platform for the world to see. And I don't think we could have any better ambassadors than everybody on this panel right now, with Fernando and his tireless work that he's done over the years, and Jeremy and Tatiana representing their respective countries. But I just think this is a real opportunity. This is going to go down in history as the first ever time surfing's been in the Olympics. And I just can't wait to see. It's like, I'm sure for Fernando, it's like, showing everybody your baby for the first time. This is like, this is the big coming out party for surfing on the global stage. So I just can't wait to see it unfold.
And same for you, Tatiana. Expectations and goals for 2021 Olympics.
Do my best and represent my country well.
Jeremy?
I just hope we show a good image of surfing. That's the goal. Surfing is it's like a religion. So I hope, but it's a good religion. So I just hope we show a good image of surfing for people that have no clue what surfing was before, because I'm sure there's many countries out there that's never seen a surfing event. I hope they discover this beautiful sport that we have, and then the goal is to show that good image. Of course, I'd like to get a good result and stuff, but if I put on a good show and then hopefully encourage some kids out there to start surfing, then that's a win already.
Wonderful sentiment. All right, Fernando, how about you? Expectations and goals.
Expectations is that everybody that comes has a fun time, because it's an unforgettable experience, and you don't get a second time to give a first impression. This is going to be our chance to give our first impression, like Jeremy was saying. I want it to be the best, but I also want all of us to have fun, because sure, you want to win, but eventually only two people are going to bring home a gold medal. So, you can't just put your happiness on that gold medal. You got to put it on being there and, talking to friends. And as far as I'm concerned, it's like, I just want to be sure I don't cry too much. I want to be able to talk. It's going to be a lot of emotions. It's been a long paddle. And then last year, it's coming. No, 2020 is not going to be the year. And that was, say, okay, whatever. We're alive. It'll take another year. It'll happen.
It just makes it that much more memorable. I want to thank all of you for joining us here on the State of Olympic Surfing. To Jeremy and Tatiana, good luck as the championship tour is starting within the next few days. And of course, good luck at the 2021 Olympic Games. I think you guys would look great with medals around your neck. Any color will do. So good luck to you, Fernando. We'll see you. I know you're going to be working hard 24/7 as we lead into the Olympic Games. Jody, thanks as always for joining us. And we'll see you very soon with another episode of State of Olympic Surfing. But for now, we'll see you in the water.